Alright, hello everybody, and yes, for those who are on stream, not those who are listening to this on YouTube, but for those who are on stream, yes, if you can believe it, that was an OBS error. I had an OBS recording error before I even said a word. I tried to freaking start recording and it said error. I'm like, oh my goodness, OBS. OBS, you're free and you're very flexible and have a lot of capabilities and compatibility, but boy, are you buggy sometimes, my goodness. Alright, so hello everybody. Hello everyone, and welcome. I hope everyone is doing well today. Hello everyone. I'm going to open my drink here, my Kickstart. I haven't even sat down at my sofa until just now. So, welcome my friends to another day, full day of gameplay streaming. Today is Tuesday, July 10th, 2018, and I wholeheartedly welcome all of you, my fellow gamers, to a couple of fun gameplay streams. What can you expect today? Well, today we're going to be continuing on with Jak and Daxter 3 HD. I started this game playthrough on Sunday. This is a playthrough that people had wanted to see for years and years and years. And I'm not exaggerating there. It was probably about 5 years that people had collectively been on and off asking me if I would ever play Jak 3. And basically my attitude towards it was I would play it if people wanted to see it. And so many times, over the course of, several polls and Patron events and all kinds of stuff going on, it always was in the running for a playthrough to be done. And it always came in like second or third. Literally, people would vote. They would want to see it. Alright. But it wouldn't make the top. It would basically just kind of end up getting stuck in second place or third place. It would always be almost as good enough, but just not good enough. Okay? So recently, I did another Patron's Choice event, and Jak 3 was in the lead for like a week. And people who finally wanted to see Jak 3 were ecstatic. They were like, oh my god, finally, we're going to get to see Phil play Jak 3 after, he had played Jak 1 and 2 when this HD collection originally was released back in, what was it, 2011 or 2012? Whenever this was originally released, right? And so they were so excited, finally, after like 5 years of waiting, we're going to get to see it. And then, out of nowhere, people started voting again, and it ended up being Half-Life 2 won the poll. And then, it was actually, Simpsons Hit and Run that got second. And so, since you guys had been so supportive of me on Twitch, okay? You've been so nice to me. Really, I mean, seriously, people coming out and watching my streams no matter what I'm playing, being supportive on the streams. I said, you know what? We're going to do, 2 Patron's Choice events. We're going to play both the Half-Life 2 and Simpsons Hit and Run. And that was great. I did both playthroughs. Both playthroughs for the past few weeks were very successful. People really loved seeing me play these throwback games. In particular, Simpsons Hit and Run was very, very challenging, but people really enjoyed the playthrough, right? And I finished up all those games, okay? And I was looking at my schedule for the next couple of weeks, and I was like, man, the summer is completely dead. As you know, there's no new releases, major new releases in the summer ever. Everyone stays away from them for whatever reasons, right? And finally, I said, you know what? People have waited long enough. It's not fair. Some people have, really put in time and effort and dedication to try to get Jak 3 to be a playthrough that I would do. And it always seems to be kind of the redheaded stepchild of playthrough choices. Like, if people like it, oh, it's good, and then, boom, at the last second, it gets slapped down. No, you will not be played. No. So I said, you know what? I'm making the executive decision. Alright, I'm making the executive decision to say, screw this. I'm going to go ahead and play it, and we're going to have fun with it. And a lot of people were surprised that I would do that. But I said, you know what? A lot of people waited for so long, it's time to give back. So I started playing it on Sunday, and you know what? I had fun with it. I did. I liked it, even though, admittedly, I've been so... what's the word? So drained from playing Simpsons Hit and Run in the last week, because Simpsons Hit and Run was a very difficult game, okay? So, after playing it, I was so tired. I was like, man, I really just don't want to play a game that's difficult. And so I'm just kind of, I'll be honest, I'm just kind of messing around with Jak 3. I'm not taking it super serious, like a new playthrough. I'm not actively trying to succeed at every turn. I'm just kind of casually playing it and flubbing my way through it. And it led to a ton of repetitive deaths on Sunday, but I think people really liked it too. Like, they were like, oh, it's kind of funny. So admittedly, I'm not trying my hardest in this game, but I like the game so far. I like the fact they added a lot to the Jak franchise. You got open world roaming in a Mad Max-like world, along with the classic platforming and combat elements of the previous Jak games, you know. So it's pretty good in my opinion. Story's good so far. Okay, so I really am liking it. So, a special shout out to all of you, okay? A special shout out to all of you guys who, in essence, have waited around for quite some time, all right, for this playthrough. You guys have been incredibly patient, all right? I understand that. You know, you guys have really been understanding. And you know, in particular, you got to give a shout out to the Airy Lord. He's the person who, back then he had lent me his copy of the Jak trilogy. At this point, he's told me it's been so long I could just keep it. I mean, 5 years is a long time to wait for a particular playthrough to be played, and you guys have been incredibly understanding and patient. Okay, so thank you for that. I do appreciate that very much. That you guys, you know, stuck in there with it. You really wanted to see me play a game. You were, you know, years and years and years of waiting and waiting and waiting, and finally it's here. And I hope that you guys will enjoy the playthrough as I play it over the course of this week. Now, it's weird because I played it for about 4 hours, right? 4 hours on Sunday. And you saw I did a mix of content. Did I run around and collect a bunch of collectibles? Absolutely I did. But I also did a lot of focus on story. And so I did, you know, I did some of the challenge runs to unlock the eggs to get the optional stuff, right? So yeah, it was a good mix. It was a lot of story development, but other stuff that was tossed in there as well. The game is telling me I'm at like 32 or 34% completion already. And that kind of shocked me. Because I was like, really? Like, I'm that far into the game already? Only 4 hours in? And a lot of that, you gotta remember, was introduction and cutscene, too. So I'm not sure how long Jak 3 actually is. If you're not aware, Jak 2 was actually a pretty long game. Jak 2, if you remember, was over 20 hours long. But, of course, that was because a lot of the stuff in the game, like the races, right, were incredibly difficult. Incredibly difficult. At the time. Thing is now, you know, here I am 5+ years later. I've played a hell of a lot more games and a hell of a lot more challenging games. So maybe if I were to go back and play a game like Jak 2 again, it wouldn't be as hard, right? But, you know, how long exactly is Jak 3? I don't know. I was assuming it was going to be around like a 20-hour playthrough. Like, you know, the previous Jak games. Maybe it won't be. Maybe this will be a quick one. Maybe I'll do 2-3 streams of it and we'll be done with it. I mean, that's okay if that's the case. I'm certainly not complaining, but at the same time, that's odd to me. Like that I wouldn't have expected that. I thought that the game actually was going to be a lot longer of a game than it ended up being. So that being said, I'm excited for more Jak 3 today. I hope you guys are too. That's going to be today's main gameplay stream. And again, a special shout out and thank you to everyone who kind of held out and waited for the playthrough. It is very much happening, and I hope you guys enjoy, okay? Tonight, on my second gameplay stream, okay, I will be playing Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. I like this game. It's a game that I played at a tournament level near the end of its life cycle around the beginning of Street Fighter 4's release time. And I'm good at it. The problem is I can't play this game online to save my life. It's very difficult to time any of the parries or things that you need. I can barely even do the chain combo to super, which is a bread and butter strategy you need to be good at Third Strike. So, I mess around with it, and I play with characters like Hugo and Urien, who really, you know, especially my Urien, I'm not using the right super. That would be a tournament level play. I basically just mess around, and for some reason I did really well last time I played this game online. So, I will play more of that tonight. 2 more hours of Street Fighter 3 Third Strike tonight on stream. I hope you guys will come on back around 6:30 p.m. Pacific time later tonight for that. I'm excited because I do like the game, and it was hilarious. Last time I played, we laughed our asses off at how many people were falling for, like, the oldest trick in the book style reversal supers and stuff. It was just ridiculous how many people were getting bodied by ridiculous basics. And it was fun. It was fun. So I'm looking forward to more of that tonight, okay? Tomorrow, guys, mixing stuff up. Tomorrow, I'm going to play Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered on my first stream. And listen, I'm well aware that many of you guys do not like this playthrough. You basically have told me this game is not aged well and it's kind of boring. But I did buy the game, and I already put, 8+ hours into it. And so I'm going to continue playing it tomorrow, 4 hours. I'm not going to be playing this game super often, maybe once a week, a major stream, just to get another 4 or so hours into it. But that's going to be tomorrow, mainstream. And tomorrow night, I'm going to be playing 2 more hours of Persona 5, which you guys really have been enjoying. Yesterday was an exceptionally good Persona 5 stream, where I did such a wide variety of content in the stream yesterday. We unlocked a new story-based dungeon and advanced the plot. Did a ton of social links, including maxing out 2 individual social links that were really useful, and I upped a bunch of others that are going to be really useful. Went into Mementos, relearned the combat system, which is great, because after being away from the game for a year, I definitely needed to do that. So relearned the whole combat system, recruited some more personas, upped some stats. It was a really great stream. It really was. So, tomorrow night, 2 more hours of Persona 5, okay? And then, on Thursday, we'll be doing more Jak 3, okay? So, depending on how long Jak 3 actually is, we'll see, I guess, on Thursday. Am I near the end of the game or what? Because I don't really know how long the game is, all right? Then Friday, we'll see. We'll play it by ear, because right now I'd love to say, oh, we're going to do Persona 5, we're going to do this and that. I really want to play it by ear and see how we've done with all the games this week before I promise you what's coming out on Friday. But I think we'll probably will do another major Persona 5 stream. Friday night stream, I'm leaving completely open. And what I mean by that is I'm really not promising anything, because it could be anything. I might do more fighting games. Maybe I'll do a Super Turbo stream, right? Maybe I'll do more H1Z1, or maybe I'll do a random PUBG stream. Maybe I'll just be in the mood to do an IRL stream and just talk with you guys for a couple hours. I don't know what I want to do Friday night. I kind of want to leave it wide open so that way I have the flexibility to decide later this week depending on what I feel like. Okay? So that's the deal with this week's schedule. Jak 3, Street Fighter 3, some more Red Faction, Persona 5, and then later in the week we'll figure out how we want to end the week. Okay? Sound good? Alright. There you go, guys. Okay. Outside of that, I really don't have much else to talk about. The one thing I want to bring up, brought it up a couple days now, but I'll say it again. Sadly, YouTube right now is in a really shitty place. It has been every summer, but in this case, this year is even worse. Probably, in the entire 10-year history that I've uploaded videos to YouTube. All right. YouTube is just in a bad place. They can't get any ads anymore. You know what I mean? Like, during the summertime, typically there's no video games releasing. Yes, there's some movies, and that's probably some of the ads you guys see on YouTube. But outside of that, there's, like, no advertisements on YouTube. So, this week in particular, this last week, I should say 10 days, these last 10 days of July, things have actually been good. The content that I've been putting out, Simpsons Hit and Run, and now bringing back retro games, I've been playing, like, Jak 3. People are really liking my stuff, and if you actually look at the viewership, my viewership has spiked on YouTube in the past week. Like, people are watching this stuff in droves. They love it. But guess what? My ad revenue has plummeted through the toilet into the ground, into the sewer system. Now, just think about this. I'm making more views, in some cases, even doubling the amount of views that I had in the last 1 to 2 months, yet I'm making less than half as much money as I was in the last 1 to 2 months on YouTube. There seems to be a direct correlation. Basically, as soon as July hit, all the ads went away. And, this is the problem, is that there's no problems with content creators. Those of us who make videos for YouTube, there's nothing wrong. We're doing good work. Everyone's getting good viewership, but YouTube doesn't do a good job of selling ad space, and the money falls right out. And I'm like, well, how the hell do I make a living on YouTube, right? So thank God I don't make a living on YouTube. I mean, yes, I rely on YouTube and money, absolutely, but thank goodness that it's not in a situation where that's all I rely on anymore. Because, from the years of 2011 to early 2017, that was very much the case. I was 100% tethered to YouTube. I relied solely on YouTube income. And it made me very nervous. A month like this, I would be crapping my pants, saying, what am I going to do? Because, I'm making no money on YouTube. I'm working my ass off. and, you know, what is going on here, right? That being said, thank God now I've diversified, right? I'm over here on Twitch. I'm focusing on Twitch, and I don't, you know, even though, yes, I do still rely on YouTube revenue. Absolutely. It's a big part of everything that I do, okay? I am happy to say that doing this on Twitch, number one, is way more fun than when I was doing content for just YouTube, okay? That's number one. And number two, you guys support me. When I come here and I put out an entertaining stream, it could be any kind of game, right? It could be, you know, any kind of genre. As long as we're all hanging out and having fun, in general, you guys support me, right? And that is amazing. You know what I mean? And that's awesome. I would much rather care about the fact that there are people here hanging out with me, having a good time, and they support me because we're all having fun, rather than worrying about, oh God, if I don't play this particular hot game or this viral game at this point in time, or if there's not constant new releases, I can't get anyone to watch my videos, and now I have months and months with no money, and how am I going to pay my bills? You see what I mean? Like, I hate that feeling, and that's what I want to get out of. I do. I want to get as far of fucking away from that as possible. And it seems like the Twitch method of create fun content, share that content with your viewers support you through basically through crowdfunding when you really think about it. That's the future when it comes to content creators. Not, oh, make videos that get views and ads run on them and you make ad revenue. It just seems like that's the past now. And, you know, that's very sad, because it's not that there's no advertisers out there. It's that YouTube has completely mishandled their entire business model and ruined that opportunity for thousands upon thousands of people who used to be able to make a living doing it. Can't do it anymore because they fucked up, basically. They didn't know what they were doing. Okay? So, you know, that's kind of the deal. And what I want to say to you guys is, so far in July, as I said, this month has been great. You guys have been incredibly supportive on the streams. And I want to say thank you guys very much, okay? Very, very much for all of your support on the streams, because this is really what's, at this point, you guys are what's carrying me and allowing me to keep doing this. You know, if you guys were not as supportive on the streams as you've been, if my average viewership wasn't going up, if people weren't engaging, and you know what I mean? Like, if this wasn't working, I wouldn't be here anymore. More than likely, I'd have to leave doing this for a living. I would have to declare bankruptcy, because there's no way I would be able to pay my financial responsibilities even if I got a new job. And then I'd have to try to do something else with my life. And that sucks, because I put 10 years of my life into this, you know, living my passion for gaming as a living as well. And the fact that the reason that it all might go away is because YouTube can't sell ad space is ludicrous. It's not because I'm not good at what I do and people don't like what I do, but because YouTube can't sell ad space. Now I'm going to, you know, lose everything. That's insane. So thank you guys for coming out to the streams and being so supportive. So far, July has been great. If we can keep this up at this momentum, and we can make it basically so that Twitch is my main source of income, then that's perfect, right? That would be absolutely perfect. And that's what I want. I want it to be that, yes, Twitch is my major focus every day, which it is, but I want it to become that I don't have to ever worry about the behind-the-scenes shit of YouTube. Right now, I still do. You know, if DSPGaming gets falsely shut down, that screws me over. If YouTube ad revenue plummets in July, yes, that does hurt me. And I don't want that. I want it that I'm safe, because I make so much on Twitch that I don't have to worry about that shit anymore, okay? So let's focus on that. Let's focus on making these streams great. Let's focus on making everything positive. Let's focus on the future, all right? And let's focus on positivity and making things awesome here for all you guys. Because I know if you guys are having a great time, then, you know, you're going to support me, and that's how it works, right? So that's great, and that's the future, and that's what I'm pushing towards, my friends, all right? Okay, now, let's get into the plugs. Very quickly, I'll run through some plugs. Then we're going to get to shout-outs, all right? And then we're going to start with Jack 3. All right, so let's do the plugs real quick. Thank you guys for 10 years of support. Thank you for watching everything and you know, basically allowing me to do what I love for a living. My passion is my job, and that's something amazing that a lot of people don't get to do. The vast majority of people don't get to do that, actually, okay? That being said, the best way for you to help me out is to watch my videos and streams. Duh. If it weren't for you guys watching, I wouldn't be here. But there are many ways you can go above and beyond just being a standard stream viewer or video watcher and helping me out as well. Allow me to go through those. The first would be checking out my Patreon and possibly pledging. If you check it out over at patreon.com/darksydephil, this is a monthly pledge campaign that I hold where your pledges directly aid in the cost of doing business. You know, actually, and this is no exaggeration, you guys pledged a lot last month. For whatever reason, I did see a big surge in pledges in June. You guys helped me tremendously with this week with all of my bills clearing. And I'm very, very, very appreciative of that. Because if it weren't for that increase, I probably wouldn't have had enough money to pay my bills this month. And that's not a lie. That's the God's honest truth is that it was that close, okay? So thank you for that, all right? So, if you pledge to my Patreon, obviously you're helping me out to keep doing this for a living and, you know, obviously afford everything. You know, you got to think about all the costs that go into this. The internet, electricity, all the games I have to buy, all the equipment I have to maintain and the equipment that I have to replace on a monthly basis. The cost of getting health insurance for myself because I can't get a company policy because I don't work for a company. You know what I mean? All these things go into it. But what you get for pledging are what's called perks. These are rewards that you earn based on how much you pledge to my Patreon over at patreon.com/darksydephil. All right. The best perk, in my opinion, is the $5 perk. You pledge $5 or more, you get in on the monthly events where you get to nominate and vote on things for these special events. In particular, this month, this special event, if we qualify for it, we'll see, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a moment, but it's the 10 Years of Rage special event where you're going to be able to nominate your favorite moments from my 10-year legacy of making content on the internet. Now, basically, the videos have to be viewable, and I have to emphasize that. It would have to be something that is easily viewable to everyone, and it doesn't have to be personal, like, for example, oh, your personal travel vlog with your ex-girlfriend. No, we're not going to fucking nominate that. That's not going to be viable, but anything gameplay-related, anything from a convention, any of my old school series, a lot of people have brought up friend request ridicule. Yeah, any of that stuff is game for you to nominate and say, man, I want to see Phil react to this years and years later. Now that Phil's a much different person and a much different content creator, I want to see what this looks like and how he's going to react to it now, right? So that's the special event, a 10-year anniversary event where we basically reminisce on the past and look at all that stuff together. It's going to be a hilarious session and a hilarious stream, in my opinion, all right? So if you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon, you get in on that. You'll be nominating and voting on that stuff if that event happens, which I'll talk about in a little bit here on how that's going to happen. So there's other perks too, like getting a private Q&A video made and stuff like that. So I certainly don't want to downplay the other perks that are available because there are a lot of perks that are available. All right, but give it a look. Patreon.com/darksydephil. And, you know, thank you again. You guys who pledged last month actually helped me out significantly this month. Thank you very, very much. And if you guys love my stuff, please consider going over there and pledging yourselves, all right? Now, in addition to that, there's my Teespring store. You've been seeing here on pre-stream advertisements for it. All kinds of fun merchandise, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, fun quality stuff that I can attest personally is great stuff because I use a lot of it. You know, the shirts, the mug in particular, I've owned for over a year, and I love them, and they never wore out. They're really great quality stuff, so give it a look. Anything you buy from my Teespring store, I get a commission. It helps me out, and you get a cool collectible. I'll be honest, it's been kind of dry recently where people really haven't been checking it out, so give it a look. I'm telling you, this stuff is good, all right? Teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. All right. And then, of course, folks, last but not least, if you're here live on the stream and you're enjoying the stream, all right, and maybe you want to jump in because you're having fun and you want to get a shout out during today's stream. You want to interact with me. Well, there's three ways you could do that. You can either cheer with bits, you can subscribe to the channel, or you could tip me. And if you do any of those three things, I'll give you a verbal shout out during the stream. Keep in mind, it's a gameplay stream first, so yes, if I'm in the middle of gameplay, I'll catch up with those shout-outs afterward. And also, keep in mind, this is my stream, and it's subjective what I read on it. Just because you cheer, sub, or tip doesn't necessarily mean I have to mandatorily read out whatever you say. In particular, you know, we get people in here who are trying to say inflammatory things or get me to say something that sounds racist or something insulting. You know what I mean? It's people who are basically just trying to get me in trouble. Obviously, I'm not going to read that kind of stuff out. In addition, please, if you are going to attempt to get a cheer, please stay on topic. Please don't try to bring up religion or politics. Please do not come in with toxic nonsense about insulting myself or others or bringing up other streamers or other negative content creators who are making fun of me or stealing my content. No one cares about that crap. My streams are positive, fun gameplay experiences and are not meant to be a drama fest. I don't want this to become a drama-filled stream. I want that out of here, and I do my best to maintain that so that people can come in here, feel safe, feel like they can have fun, and just hang out and, you know, have a fun, entertaining stream rather than worry about drama. So please, whatever you guys can do to keep it under control, please do, and understand that I am not going to read every single thing that is attempted to be a shout-out just because of those reasons, all right? But in general, most people get it, all right? Most people understand the criteria. Now, if you want to go above and beyond, you want to get a visual recognition for your contributions here on stream, you can do that as well. How do you do that? Well, if you either cheer 50 bits or more in one single cheer, or if you subscribe to the channel and wait a few minutes for a share button to appear and you click on that share button, or if you tip me $5 or more in one single tip, any of those three things, you'll get a visual pop-up animation that will play, okay? And so it's a visual and verbal recognition for your contributions, which is really cool. And again, I want to say in advance, thank you to anyone who does cheer, sub, or tip today. As you guys can see at the top of the screen, we've got the stream stats leaderboard, where we're going to have a running tally of subscriptions, the top cheerer, and the top tipper for today's stream. All right? So, you have a great opportunity to get credit for your contribution today. If you are the top cheerer or top tipper, you will remain up there until someone beats you. All right? So, pretty awesome. And yes, I know some people have cheered already, and I will start calculating that, and I will get people up there onto the leaderboard shortly once we get to the shout-out segment. Okay? All right. Two more quick things, and then we'll get to the shout-outs. First off, I've mentioned subscriptions. I've mentioned, you know, that it helps, and I've also mentioned that there are monthly goals based off of subscription levels. As you can see, guys, sadly, we've lost a bunch of subscriptions. Why did that happen? It's very simple. It's a up or down process here on Twitch. In particular, my channel usually fluctuates anywhere between 375 to 400, like a minimum, up to around 500, sometimes as high as 550 when it comes to subscribers, and that depends on what I'm playing. If I'm playing a hot new release and everyone wants to see it, generally people will come in and be supportive. If it's the middle of the summer and it's dead like it is right now, and there's nothing going on, typically people will not subscribe at that time. It happens. That's how the fluctuation levels of Twitch work, okay? Especially for a variety streamer like me, who plays a wide variety of stuff. I'm not here playing the same game every day. You're going to see these kind of natural fluctuations, all right? Now, originally we had a monthly goal set up for 485 subs. Sadly, as you can see, we dipped a bunch of subs. I don't know if we're ever going to get up even realistically near 485 anytime soon this month, considering there's no new releases to bring people into the channel. Therefore, more than likely, I'm going to be adjusting the totals, all right? I'm probably going to be lowering it significantly. Am I going to go all the way down to like 415? No, I'm not. It's still going to be something where we need to stretch to reach it. But, you know, the goal this month, if we do end up hitting the goal for this month, the subs goal, all right, what I'm going to do is I am going to be doing a 10 Years of Rage anniversary event. I've already mentioned that patrons will be nominating and then voting on special moments over my 10-year legacy that I'll be reacting to on a fun stream, right? It'll be a 7+ hour stream where we're just watching back stuff from my past, and I react to like previous playthroughs and stuff from the past. It'll be a lot of fun, I think. I feel it would actually be quite entertaining to do so. All right. So, that being said, yeah, I really want this event to happen, being that this is my 10th anniversary as a content creator. I feel that it would be an awesome celebratory event for all of us, and a good way to say, wow, happy 10-year anniversary, right? So that being said, all right, that being said, please consider subscribing to the channel to help hit this goal. If you subscribe to the channel, what do you get? You get access to all of my emotes in the chat, which there are tons. You know, a lot of them are fan favorites, and some people even go use those emotes in other chats as well. Some of the Street Fighter ones in particular are really good to use in other chats, okay? Number two, you don't have to watch advertisements when I run them. In every single stream, I'm running at least 1 to 2 ad breaks. So, behooves you. You don't have to watch those ads. If you're like me, you don't like ads, right? I don't like ads. And number three, you get a cool chat crown badge that shows how long you've been a supporter of mine. All right? And it changes color depending on how long of a supporter you've been. He starts off bronze, then turns silver after 3 months, and then goes gold after 6. And so on and so forth. There's some year and a 2-year anniversary changes as well. So, please consider subscribing. Not only are you getting cool stuff for yourself, but you're also helping me, and we're heading towards, a big monthly goal that we can all collectively celebrate together. All right? And then, the last thing I want to talk about, guys, is tipping. I've already mentioned on the stream tipping, and you might say, well, what is tipping? How does it work? Well, right now, guys, first of all, tipping is the best way to support me. I'm supposed to supposedly get my payment from YouTube today for performance 2 months ago, and I hope I do get it today. But that being said, you know, right now things are financially incredibly tight for me because all my bills cleared, and it was a very tight month with all my money being sucked out of my account last month to pay stupid state back taxes and dumb shit. Okay, so all that sucks. You don't need to know the ins and outs of that, but basically if you tip me today, you help me in the best possible way, because when you tip me, I get those funds right away, and it can go straight to my bank account to paying bills, which is exactly what they're doing. Any money I get right now, I'm not even exaggerating, in the past 3 days, all the tips you guys have sent me went right to my bank account to pay bills, all right? So, how do you tip me? Well, if you look below my stream, you should see a button that says Tips Jar, and if you click on that button, it takes you to my Tips PayPal page where you can leave an anonymous tip or your name in a message, get a shout out during the stream, all right? Or if you don't see that Tips Jar button, that's fine. You're probably on a mobile version of the site. What you need to then do is just type an exclamation point tip into the stream chat, and you'll get a link that will come up in the chat. When you click on that, boom, you'll be on the PayPal page, and you'll be able to leave a tip. All right, so your tips are greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. I'm hoping my payment from YouTube comes through today like it's supposed to. If it does, then I'm in the clear. Don't have to worry about this until next month, when hopefully I won't have to. But anything you guys can contribute is greatly appreciated, okay? Thank you guys. All right, now let's get to shout-outs, all right? Now, in particular, the shout-outs today are going to be a little weird, just to forewarn all you guys. You might say, why? What's going on? It appears, and there's no way to really confirm or deny this, but it appears that overnight, a bunch of bots came into the channel and cheered large amounts. Now, I don't control this. I know nothing about it. I certainly don't support bots like this. No, I have no idea if how this happened, if it's some kind of underhanded trick. I have no idea. All right, I have no control over it. There's nothing I can do about it. Okay, I don't. There's no way to prevent it or anything. You know, I don't know what it is. So I don't know if these cheers are legit or not. Okay, at all. It's just basically names I've never seen that seem like randomly generated names came in and cheered large amounts and left. And it's kind of like leaves me scratching my head. Is this legit? Is this someone who has been supportive of me behind the scenes and came in last night overnight out of nowhere and decided to be very supportive and cheer a bunch? Is this some kind of a farming operation? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what this is, okay? So I have no idea how to control it or anything. But, I mean, full transparency, I'll talk about it publicly here because I don't know what's going on, all right? Here's what happened. These people came into the chat and cheered. If they are even people, they could be bots. And I don't know if these are legit or not. So if they are, this is great. If these are legit cheers, this is great. And it means that I got some extra support this month. That's, you know, very nice. And I'll say thank you here on the pre-stream. And I will read out their names in a moment. But if all this gets taken away because it's some kind of, you know, farming scam and these are bots that aren't legit or whatever, you know, I get they didn't say anything negative. It's not like they all came in and they cheered and they said nasty stuff about me or anything. It's just bizarre. I've never seen this happen ever. You know, so I have no idea what this is. But anyway, first of all, there is one legit cheer overnight from Infinite55. Okay, Infinite55 did a 200-bit cheer overnight. So thank you very much, Infinite, for that 200-bit cheer last night. I do appreciate your support. Now, on to what seems to be a bunch of bots, okay? We had Little Cup Eater 119, who did a 2,725-bit cheer. One Little Runner Maker 955, who did a 3,705-bit cheer. One Small Room Builder 472, who did a 4,340-bit cheer. One Fast Yellow Ice Caster 250, who did nearly a 4,000-bit cheer. See what I mean? These are, like, bizarre. These are very freaking weird, right? Let's keep going. Small Cup 483 did a 4,206-bit cheer. Dalil Green Runner Eater 499 did a 3,540-bit cheer. Purple Tape Records did a 2,685-bit cheer. And then CM Punk Username did a 2,430-bit cheer. Pretty weird, right? Now, all in all, by the way, I should bring this up. all these cheers came in within a 5-minute period. 5 minutes. All these cheers come in from random accounts I never saw these guys in the stream chat before, you know. Don't know if they're legit people or not. Who knows, right? Now, if you actually add it all up, I believe it was something like, I want to say basically around like 250,000 bits or something like that. All right, which obviously, if it's real, if it's legit, that's awesome. And I want to say thank you to whoever this was. If it's one person, if it is a group of people who over the months have been watching my content and wanted to come in and support me overnight, and you did a collective action to help me, that's great. And thank you very, 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 very much. But admittedly, when you look at something like this, you scratch your head, you're like, now this seems kind of suspect, right? It seems kind of suspect that maybe this isn't legit, right? And it's hilarious because I see some people in the street, really, you should refund those bits. You can't. There's no way you could refund bits. The whole system's through Twitch. It's Twitch's system. So Twitch needs to, if Twitch really thinks this is illegitimate or whatever, they would need to investigate on their own, figure that out, and then notify me and say, Phil, we figured out these were bots or whatever, and this is some kind of gaming system, and therefore, you know, we're taking back those bits. I'll be honest with you guys, I wouldn't mind that at all, because I feel when these guys came overnight and cheered, it's awesome to get overnight support, but it's not like I was here and I earned it. You know what I mean? Who knows what this is? It could be legit, it could not be legit. So if that were the case, it wouldn't even bother me. All right? But if this is real, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that crazy amount of support. All right? But if it's not legit, well, it is what it is. But the reason I bring this up, I wouldn't normally bring this up, but as you can see, if you guys look at the top 10 leaderboard, it's like eight of the spots are dominated by these supposed overnight cheering accounts, right? So people might come in and say, oh, look at the stream stats. What the hell is this? You know, who are these people? How did this blow up so big this week? Well, that's what it is. And I don't know if it's legit or not. So that's why I had to at least have full disclosure about it, let you guys know what's going on. All right. So there you go. That's what's happening. All right. All right. Sound good? There you go. There you go. Full disclosure. That's what happened overnight. No idea what's going on. And there you go. Okay? I mean, obviously, I would love if this was legit. It would be great. And this would be my best streaming month ever. Because so far, you guys have been so supportive. But let's see what happens. All right. All right, so shout out also to YouPup, excuse me. YouPup cheered overnight. Actually, this was at 9:12 a.m., so actually this was recent. He said, do you feel as though Twitch appreciates or loves the work that you put into your streams? The thing is, I don't think neither Twitch nor YouTube really appreciates the work. Let me put it this way. I don't think that anyone's like actively watching my stream and saying, wow, Phil really puts out great gameplay streams and we're very happy to have him as part of our Twitch community. No, I don't think that happens. No, I don't. What I think is, yes, you do have people who false flag me and say that I'm doing nasty stuff on stream that I'm not doing, and then they have to come review my streams and they realize I'm not doing it. All right, I do believe that happens on a daily basis. So there are probably a few people under the Twitch, you know, umbrella who work for Twitch, who know all about me, who do watch my content regularly because they have to for their job. Are they appreciative of my content? No, I don't think that either, you know. What I think is that Twitch appreciates when people can put out entertaining streams, when they can be profitable, right? And when they abide by the rules, which are things that I absolutely 100% strive to do. I don't ever want to violate Twitch's terms of service. I want to be within the guidelines of what they expect from what they consider to be a quality streamer who is kind of like a role model for other streamers, right? And I aspire to be the best I can be when I'm on stream. I want to entertain you guys, but I also don't want to be some kind of a negative drama jerk like some people are. I don't want to have my streams constantly being bombarded with nasty stuff just to get attention, right? And that's kind of, it's hard. Because, you know, some days you get angry at a game, you want to just say something off the cuff that's absolutely ridiculous, and obviously in a normal situation you wouldn't say it, and you got to be like, man, the new Twitch terms of service, I can't say that, I'm going to get in trouble, right? But no, do I personally feel that Twitch actually is reviewing my streams on a daily basis and saying, wow, great quality stuff, Phil, good job? No, I don't think so. But you know what? I'm not streaming for Twitch, I'm streaming for you guys. right? I'm streaming for you guys, the viewers. So if you guys watch my streams every day and you personally feel like you're appreciative of the stuff that I put out for you every day, that's what matters to me, okay? So what I want to say, I want to turn this into a positive and say thank you to all of you guys, all right? Thank you very, 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 very much for all of your support, for being here every day, for watching my stuff. You guys are awesome. Thank you for appreciating what I do and helping it to keep continue. Okay? All right, let's continue. Now we're going to actually get to people who cheered, subbed, and tipped during today's stream, when the stream went live, okay? So here we go. First of all, shout out to Kekin. Kekin resubscribed for the 9th month in a row. He said, shout out to Jack3, the hero of the backlog games. Yes, the hero of the backlogs. Yeah, the game that ultimately held down the fort of backlog games for 5 years and now finally gets played. There you go. Thank you for also, obviously, Kekin, not only for your 9 months of support as a sub, but also for the work that you do as a moderator. And also, you know, you're a stream that I host, and it keeps people occupied during times when I'm not streaming. So thanks for that, too. Thanks for everything, sir. All right. So starting now with some cheers. Shout out to Smackhammer1, who cheered and said, does your website not have the archive anymore? I might be mad late, but I was just confused while searching for old playthroughs. Yeah, if you're not aware, Smackhammer, this happened, I believe it was either early this year or late last year. YouTube, again, YouTube in all their wisdom, changed the way that they give out data. What used to happen was YouTube had these certain data feeds and data streams, and my website would key into those streams to create a playlist search feature. So if you ever wanted to find any one of my playthroughs, you could just go to my website, type in the name of the game you wanted, and boom, you'd find the playlist. It was very convenient, and my fans and viewers loved it. Even though I rarely mentioned it, it was actually my older school viewers who really knew about it and used it a lot. Well, YouTube turned it off. YouTube decided, we don't need that anymore, turned off the feature. So now there's no data feed for us to do that anymore. Now, my webmaster basically for months researched stuff, and we did eventually upgrade my website to get onto more modern, how can I explain it? They basically upgraded all the software on the website because the software itself that we were running was outdated on my website. All right, it was completely outdated. So we did a full kind of site overhaul, and the site runs a lot better now. But my webmaster has not had a chance to now go back and kind of institute any kind of improvements. He's been too busy with his own personal stuff, which is fine because I don't pay the guy. He does it out of his own, you know, niceness, I guess is the best word. He just wants to do it as it's a hobby for him to maintain a site, and he doesn't charge me anything for it. So very nice of him for years to have been done this for me, right? Eventually, we would like to get that feature up and running again and add some new features as well. But I can never give you guys an ETA because, you know, it's really on my webmaster's own life and when he has free time to work on it. So even when I have an update for you guys, I'll let you know. But in the meantime, if you ever want to watch any of my archived content on YouTube, head to DSPGaming. It's youtube.com/DSPGaming. That'll take you directly to my channel page. Then click on the playlists tab on the page. Okay. Then there'll be a search bar that will pop up. And there what you should type in is DSP Gaming and then whatever game you want to see. And if you do that, it should bring up the appropriate playlist, okay? I've used it myself. In fact, recently when I was doing Persona 5, I just resumed it, right? I needed to find that playlist from a year ago in order to start adding videos to it. That's how I found it. So that seems to be a working method that you can find my content. You know, if you just use general YouTube search, chances are you'll never find my content. YouTube search has been destroyed over the years to only favor people with longer videos, people with having certain kind of criteria to hit their viral algorithms, which is why you see Logan Paul and PewDiePie and all the drama queen YouTubers all at the top of the charts constantly, rather than actual people who you're searching for, all right? So it is what it is. You know, instead, just go directly to my channel page and search from there. You should be able to find my stuff, okay? John Cook did a 70-bit cheer. He says, Phil, you've been on the internet for 10 years. I have a pretty good question. Do you feel the impact of the internet has been positive or negative overall? Well, here's the thing. There's positives and negatives. I mean, look at the positives in my life, right? I got to focus on the positives. I live in a nice house, in a nice community, in you know, an outskirt of Seattle, Washington, where everything that I want is at my fingertips. All of the shopping and things that I ever need to do in my life are right down the street, right? I have a good living. It's not like certainly I'm not going to lie. I'm not destitute on the street. You know what I mean? I'm in a decent position in my life. However, there's negatives too. I'm constantly harassed. I'm constantly attacked on every front. Financially, I'm not doing good. Financially, things are super tight and not good. So, there's positives and negatives to everything, right? What I would say is if I had never had an internet presence, I have no idea what I would be in life. Because if you guys remember, it was 2010 when after 5 years of busting my ass at this office job and getting commendations of going above and beyond and being a great worker, they laid me off out of nowhere. And at that time, there were no jobs in Connecticut in that job sector. In fact, I hate to say it, there are still no jobs in that job sector. All right? They just don't exist in Connecticut anyway. So I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have went into financial ruin, not having a job to pay my bills or keep my mortgage, and things would have been way worse off if I had never been able to jump into YouTube. At the same time, yeah, being a YouTuber has done irrevocable damage to myself, my reputation. If I ever try to seek a job outside of being an internet content creator, I have no idea if I would ever get hired because of the incredible amount of defamatory and slanderous statements made about me on the internet that are completely untrue. I don't know what's going to happen with my future. Phil, do you have retirement? Dude, I can't even pay my fucking taxes. Of course I don't have retirement money, This is because some of the ridiculous things that I hear brought up. And, it sucks. But its reality is that I love my job, but doing it has put me into a bad position in a lot of ways, and I got to find a way out, So for me, the best course of action is to bust my ass every day, stay positive, and have fun with what I do, because you guys have been so supportive on the streams that maybe I can get out of this hole that I'm in, okay? So, let's see moving forward. But that's the thing. Has there been overall positive or negative impact? I mean, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it's overall positive. Even with all the negative shit, the fact that I'm in financial debt, up to my eyeballs, the fact that I got people who regularly are just tearing me a new asshole and saying I'm a horrible person or whatever. I still feel that I'm in a better position now than if I had never done content for the internet. Really. I don't think that I would have gotten ahead anywhere in the last 10 years of my life. If I had stayed in an office job, I just don't think it would have worked out. I think that this was naturally kind of a lucky thing that I fell into, but it ended up, making my life a lot better. I mean, what other job am I going to get the kind of crazy positivity and interaction from you guys on a daily basis, right? And I'm not. Okay, continuing on. Oh, by the way, so John Cook is the current top cheerer. Let me get him on the leaderboard because I forgot to put him up there. Let's get him up there. 70-bit cheer. Okay. Let's continue. Alright. Shout out to Smackhammer1. He cheered again. He says, YouTube updated the mobile app. It's now harder to find your playthroughs. They changed how playlists work, at least on Android. From what I'm to understand, what they did is they actually just removed playlists completely. What you see now are called collections. So I know exactly what it is because I do it from my channel page on DSPGaming. When I update my DSPGaming channel page, I have an option. I can either do, here's a single playlist of what's going on right now. Here's my newest playlist, right? Or I could do it what's called a collection. And I do this for games where I know I'm going to be making several playlists. So for example, Fighting EX Layer, fighting game that I played last couple of weeks. I did some videos where I took characters in the training mode. Then I did different online sessions. So what it is multiple playlists, but I put them into a collection. Apparently you can see the collection on the new YouTube mobile app. But when I make something that's just an individual playlist, you cannot see those playlists at all. Like, that you cannot find them. All right? And I don't know why they did this. They apparently screwed it up. I mean, that's YouTube. That's YouTube constantly screwing things up. I'm going to be very honest with you, Smackhammer. Do not use the YouTube app. It is the worst fucking thing ever. You may not realize this, but regularly the YouTube app desyncs audio from the videos. Regularly. That's one of the reasons in the 10 years I've been a YouTube content creator, I've never used the app. Every time I tried to use it either on a TV or a phone, it never worked right. I recommend, if you are going to watch on a mobile device, okay, either just use your standard browser, whatever it is on Android, I have no idea, whatever the browser is, or if that doesn't work properly, get the Firefox app. All right, I personally use the Firefox app on my television, and the app, even though it's limited, it still works a hell of a lot better than anything else that I've ever tried. And if I need to watch a YouTube video, for example, last week I wanted to watch back my Street Fighter Master Run Challenge, and I did, and I used the Firefox app, and it was flawless. It didn't have any desync. Everything played easily. I found everything I wanted to watch. The Firefox app is the way to go. Dump the YouTube app. Delete the fucking thing. It's a piece of crap. Okay? Get something better, because the YouTube app has never worked right. All right. Okay, shout out to Toxic Toilet Juice, who says, you can't, well, he cheered first of all, which I should say. He says, you can't fully blame YouTube. You made decisions that led to the decline in viewership and subs for your channel over the years. No hate, just being honest. Toxic Toilet Juice, that is literally not what I'm talking about. And you're not the only person who said this. Last night on Twitter, what I did is I posted up 2 graphs. I posted up my view graph, and I posted up the ad revenue graph. Literally side by side, coinciding each day. And what it showed is that in the last 10 days of July, my views have jumped. A big amount, too. It's not just like a little amount. They went up by like 25, 30%. A big jump in viewership. YouTube ad revenue every single day has gone down. So even though I'm getting more views and more people are watching my videos, I'm making less money because YouTube isn't selling ad space. That's all I'm saying. If YouTube still did a good job of what they used to do, if they hadn't lost the good faith of advertisers through automation and putting advertisements on videos of terrorists and racist videos and, you know, very polarizing political videos, things that advertisers don't want their shit on, if instead they actually put effort into it instead of automatic algorithms and actually fucking did work and realized that they needed to target correctly where ads went, if they wanted to operate a business, we wouldn't be in this situation at all. We'd be good. We'd be good off. And we'd be back. We'd still be making tons of money on the advertisements on YouTube. The problem is they haven't done that. They got lazy. It's too big for us to control. Instead of actually actively working to find solutions, they just wrote robot code that didn't work right, and it screwed us all over. That's the only point I'm trying to make. Absolutely, over the years, my YouTube channels have declined. No one's disputing that. It's in black and white. You can't say, oh, DSPGaming today has the same viewership as, 5 years ago. Fuck no. There's no way I could say that. I mean, actively in the last year, I actively made decisions to focus on Twitch rather than YouTube, all right, in order to try to save this business. Because I knew if I was focused on YouTube, it was still going to keep falling out. But what you're saying is literally besides the point. Yeah, my views went down. Yeah, subs are overall down. Who cares? That's not the point. The point is when my views go up, I still make less money because YouTube doesn't know what the hell they're doing. That's the point I'm making. You are literally bringing up something negative about the channel that has nothing to do with the subject matter to try to pin the blame on me like it's my fault YouTube doesn't sell ad space in the summer. No, it's not. And you can't, oh, well, you should just have such an incredibly exorbitant amount of views on your channel that you're immune to when ad revenue goes down. That's fucking stupidity. That is completely, that's blaming someone who literally doesn't control the situation for the wrongdoing and the ineptitude of YouTube. You're basically a YouTube apologist if that's how you feel. Oh, well, people should just make so many views that it doesn't matter if ad revenue goes up or down. You're a YouTube apologist. Congratulations. You literally are, kind of their lapdog, and you've fallen right into the trap of blaming people who used to have a business model that worked and doesn't work anymore because of that, all right? So, please, you got to understand that when I say stuff, I say it for a reason. I have a point. And when you come at me with things that literally are not the point whatsoever, it's just you're wasting your time. The point here is not to say, oh, well, Phil, your channel went down, views-wise, and therefore that's why things are bad. I mean, admittedly, yeah, the channel went down. We all know that. I've actually talked about it and said I did it on purpose so I could focus on Twitch, so I could grow my Twitch. I mean, this is all public knowledge. You're literally just bringing something up that has nothing to do with the fact that YouTube is not selling ad space properly or doing their job to try to make it look like it's my fault or another content creator's fault, and that's not even the subject matter. So, please, before you say silly shit, please think about what you're saying, all right? Okay. Tag365 cheered. He says, the upcoming action RPG game called Biomutant is going to Gamescom 2018. Go and check it out. You're not the first person who's mentioned this game, Biomutant. I don't know much about it, but yeah, a few people have told me about this game, Biomutant. So, even when there's more information about it, I'd definitely like to check it out and see what it's about. Some people have been saying that it looks like a great game. So, cool. Thank you for the cheer. YOLO Dopper cheered. He says, all the crazy and zany stuff happens to you even though you're not even seeking it out. Your life is crazy. I mean, it's true. All I want to do is I want to sit here and play games, have fun with you guys on a stream every day, and then I want to have a good life with my girl outside of that. That's really all I ask of life. I'm not asking for anything crazy. I don't want to be popular. I don't want to be a fucking celebrity. I don't want to be rolling in money. I just want to have a respectable life and, you know, be happy. That's all I ask. And yet, people actively come after me with nasty shit. You know, crazy shit happens to me regularly that I have nothing to do with. I know, man. I know. All right, anyway, shout out to Eternal Napalm, who did a 150-bit cheer, and he said, part of the Eternal Darkness Fund. I want to apologize. A couple people did message me, I guess, last night or during the day yesterday. I don't even know. With information about getting Eternal Darkness. Oops, it's not 100 bits. It's 150 bits. Yes, Eternal Napalm, you are the top cheerer for today, by the way. Yeah, some people messaged me with information about trying to get Eternal Darkness for cheaper than the $60+ I was finding it for on Amazon yesterday. I have not had a chance to look into any of that. So I will, when I get a chance, I'll look into it. But for now, I have not had a chance. Orcs are dorks. Did a 50-bit cheer, said beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, I'm a robot. Well, orcs are dorks, I personally know you are not. I've seen you talk in the stream chat. So I know that you are not a robot, okay? So there you go. Alright, shout out to Obi-Wan Kenobi, who did a 100-bit cheer. He says, glad I could spend my birthday watching my favorite streamers. Happy birthday to Obi-Wan Kenobi. I hope you have a good one. I want to say, obviously, thank you for taking the time to share some time of your birthday with all of us here on the stream. And I hope that you enjoy your time that you are able to spend here with us. So thank you very much. Happy birthday. And then Obi-Wan Kenobi cheered again. He said streamer. I mean, I guess because he said streamers instead of streamer. Thank you for the cheers. Popsicolo has resubscribed for the 20th month in a row. 20th month in a row. Thank you very much for 20 months of support, Popsicolo. And obviously for your work as a moderator and also for all your support with all the emotes and animations you've made for the stream. You've been a huge positive influence on all of us, and you've helped me out a ton, so thank you very much, sir. He says, I guess we can no longer say that Jack's off the table, Kappa. And I guess it's get it? Jack's off. It's a play on words. But anyway, yeah, Jack is finally going to be completed. Thank goodness. Shout out to Cody Carls, who cheered and said the Airy Lord actually let you borrow his Jack collection during Too Many Games 2012, not 2013. So that's actually been 6 years we've been waiting. 6 years. Well, the thing is, the reason I say it that way is because I did play Jack 1 and 2. I played, if I remember correctly, I think I played Jack 1 before I was live streaming. I could be wrong there. And I know I played Jack 2. I remember live streaming Jack 2. So that would have, at the earliest, that would have been 2013, right? So yeah, I remember playing those games. And so since it seems to me that was 2013, it would be 5 years because you say a 5-year wait since I played Jack 2, right? So there you go. Kate cheered. 50 bits says, did you hear IHOB change their name back to IHOP? Well, ladies and gentlemen, what ended up happening, if you guys aren't aware, is that it was a publicity stunt. It was a publicity stunt. It was not true, all right? Apparently, I mean, this from what I'm to understand, the whole thing was a publicity stunt. They were never actually going to change their name at all. So we all got played. We all got played, son. We got played. So here's what happened. It's kind of the same. Do you remember a couple years ago, Burger King, okay, said they were going to change their name to Fries King. And they actually had an advertisement campaign where they were showing that signs were being changed from Burger King to Fries King. And the reason was because they had chicken fries, and then they also had sweet potato fries and regular French fries. And I believe at the time they were also doing some kind of a seasoned fry. So they were like, oh, come to Burger King, and you can get a wide variety of fries. Come, we are the king of fries, Fries King. And everyone kind of laughed and were like, there's no way Burger King's actually changing their name to Fries King. And after about a month and a half, 2 months of that, they just completely ditched that ad campaign and went back to being normal Burger King, right? So yeah, so here we go again. IHOP announced about a month ago they were going to be IHOB, International House of Burgers. And apparently what it was a publicity stunt. I don't think they ever had any intention of actually changing their name to IHOB. But what they wanted to do was get social media to explode about it. And basically, even though it was controversial and people didn't agree with it, they didn't want that, right? They knew it would make headlines. The iconic IHOP is changing their name to IHOB. Do they actually have good burgers? And I guarantee you that during this time period, they probably saw an artificial increase in people coming in later on in the day because they wanted to actually try their burgers and see if their burgers were worth eating. So more than likely, it worked because people, for the first time in a long time, were finally talking about IHOP, which normally you wouldn't do, right? It got their name into the headline. It was funny because I was kept driving by. There's actually an IHOP near me. And pretty much once a week, when Kat and I have our day out, we usually almost always drive down this one major road where it's on. They never changed their sign or anything. And we were like, that's weird because we thought they were really changing it. No, it was all bullshit. It was all bullshit. So there you go. All right. Shout out to, hold on a second here. Just Gamer John just cheered. And he said, do you and Twitch have a great relationship where you get endorsed with cool things, products, or anything? You seem like you have a great relationship with Twitch. No, nothing like that. Basically, if you are in the partner program, all right, and if you're in good standing with Twitch, meaning you don't have any kind of strikes or anything against you, which I don't, by the way. I should bring that up. I don't have any strikes or anything against me. I'm good standing right now. You get in on certain opportunities. For example, you get invited to do the bounties program, where you're able to promote certain games. You play a game for like an hour. You make a certain amount of money for playing a game for an hour under this bounties program. I've never taken advantage of that. Oh, excuse me. I've never taken advantage of that because it's just not stuff I'm interested in, and or it's stuff I can't even play. And I won't go into details about it because I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you what games were made available as part of the bounties program. But basically, it's never been anything that I've been able to take advantage of. So for me, it's kind of like, meh. Now, there are other opportunities that pop up too. Like I said, last year, we were given an opportunity to try to become part of an interactive deal. If you remember, I did the interactive extension demo at TwitchCon last year. I streamed Choice Chamber and streamed it for a couple, what was it, 2-3 hours I played it? And made some decent money doing it because I advertised this interactive thing at TwitchCon. And people really liked it. I got positive feedback. I was told people liked it. It was good. So, there's opportunities, come up from time to time. And, when I can take advantage of them, I do. Sadly, this whole bounties one that came up, I couldn't take advantage of. It's nothing that I can really do. But, yeah, I mean, Twitch does hold me in a positive light. Like I said, I have no negative things associated with myself or my account. And yes, obviously, you guys see the amount of people watching my streams, the people participating. So obviously, there's some profit being made off of things like subs and the like, right? So yeah, I would think that I'm in a positive light when it comes to the guys at Twitch. But personally, again, are they singling me out personally and saying, wow, Phil's great, and let's hand him opportunities? No, that's not happening. I'm not getting, like, hand-fed opportunities. All right, I'll take this back. There was one situation where, what was it, a month or two ago? I was playing the Crew 2 beta, and as I was playing it, Twitch saw that I was playing it, jumped on my stream and said, oh, look, this is a partnered streamer. Let's offer him some codes. So they did. They gave me some beta codes, and I handed those out live on stream. So that was literally, okay, he's part of the partner program. He's playing a game that we have codes for. Let's just give him some codes for his viewers. And I did that. But outside of that, no, it's not like behind the scenes they're offering me all these opportunities and everything. No, none of that. All right, Eternal Napalm cheered. He says, YouTube is a disgrace, a failing entity doomed to the dustbin of history. Yeah, and it's sad. It really is sad because content creators like myself who 10 years have made content for the website really feel defeated. And it's not just me. There's a very, very large group of content creators who are not the upper echelon of YouTube content creators. Sorry, we don't bring in, 1 million views on every video, but we've been working our butts off for a long time. For a long time, we were able to make a living on YouTube. And now because of their mistakes and flaws, not us, but their own problems, they've screwed over the website to the point where most people can't do it anymore, And it's true. It will. It will eventually. I'm firmly of the belief that much like MySpace or Friendster, that YouTube one day will fall into oblivion. Maybe they'll just sit there as an archive of the videos that people have created over time. But I do feel that eventually it's just going to become a place to watch old shit and people are going to move on to something new. That's just my feeling, okay? Lipjan cheered. He said there have been a lot of female streamers exposed as Twitch. I don't even know what this word means. All right. Now, I don't know if this is an offensive word or not. Okay? What does the word THOT mean and stand for? I have no idea. I really don't. I think I know it's a negative word towards women, which is why I don't even want to say it. But I don't even know what it means. What? Sorry, I'm not up on the lingo, my friends. Oh, okay. It means slut. Got it. It means a girl is slutty. Okay. Now I understand what the word means. Thank you. So basically, LipJan says a lot of female streamers have been exposed as that lately. What is your opinion on this? Listen. As long as men are weak, as long as men have raging hormones that they cannot control with their own logic, you will have women exploiting them. Right? Now, really, the judgment here is not whether or not it's going to exist, because it always is. The judgment here is a moral judgment on who's in the wrong. Is it the woman who exploits the man? Is it the man who stupidly gets led along like a little puppy dog, thinking that eventually the attention he gets from this woman, even though it's only over the internet or whatever, is actually worth him putting his hard-earned money towards it? You know what I mean? Like, these things have existed forever. It's just that now, with the era of the internet, you can do it virtually, and you don't have any risk of any physical altercation happening, right? So, you know, for me, it's a non-issue. I don't care about this issue. I have no input. I obviously have never partook in any kind of a content of like that. I just don't care about that, you know? But I know there are plenty of guys out there, right, that they just kind of fall in line with, oh, there's a hot girl streamer, and I'm going to send her, big tips today, and I'm going to sub to the channel, I'm going to send her tons of money, and then she's going to give me my name on stream, and I'm going to feel, real proud as a man, or whatever. Listen, guys are always going to do that. You know what I mean? Guys are always going to do that. There's nothing you can do about that at all. But men will always fall for that trap, okay? For me, when I stream for you guys, I have to entertain you. I have to find a way to make you laugh, or through the quality of the gameplay or the discussions that we have on stream. So I do feel that my content that I put out is a valid amount of entertainment that people feel like they want to reciprocate, right? But it takes effort. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of work to keep this going. All the shit that I've been through over the years versus, oh, I just happen to be a girl who's pretty, right? And so now I can just turn on a webcam and immediately guys just throw me money with zero effort. And obviously it's not even quality. It's just exploiting, right? It's exploitation is the real word for it, I guess. So, it is what it is. I just kind of shrug my shoulders and say, I have no comment. I don't even know. Like I said, I don't watch other streamers, so I couldn't even name a single particular person to cite. But obviously, we all know they're out there, and it is what it is, right? So hey, it's all up to the individual. It's much like I say with game reviews and the like too. It's up to the individual. If you're the kind of person who can't control yourself and you have to rush out and buy a game on release day before you even know if the game's good, that's your own fault. It's a lack of self-control. It's the same thing here. If you're the kind of person who absolutely is going to go over to one of these streams because a cute girl has a webcam on, and you're going to toss her tons of money because you have no fucking self-control, I mean, that's how they make their living. If the bottom line is, if men had self-control, this wouldn't exist, right? So it's kind of sad as being part of the male gender that I have to feel that we are, in a lot of ways, very weak when it comes to this kind of crap. But hey, it is what it is, I guess, right? All right, shout out to Kate, who did 165-bit cheers, that I'm the captain for now. So Kate has actually become, the cheerleader for today with that cheer. So I say thank you very much. Let me go ahead and update. Excuse, what the hell happened here? There we go. There we go. Thank you, Kate, for that cheer. You are now the top cheerer. By the way, I will check sub count in a moment, too, because I haven't. I know we had a couple people who's resubbed here. All right, and let's see here. Hyper Bunny Lover cheered 25 bits and says the following: Phil, not to be and ask to you, but I remember you were complaining when you did your Street Fighter 30th anniversary challenge. That was a couple weeks ago, by the way. You were complaining on Twitter about the views on YouTube being low. Wouldn't that indicate regret in focusing on Twitch over YouTube and not intentionally wanting to lose views on YouTube to push Twitch? No. No, absolutely not. There's no regret there. That's not the right term. I guess the right term would be not even disappointment. What's the word? Not even resentment. Resignation? I guess I'm at a point where I realize that no matter what I do on YouTube, that it's not going to be popular. Like, there's just not. It doesn't matter the quality of what I do. I could put out the highest quality video. I could conform to every YouTube popularity thing. Like, I could edit the video to only be highlights of the best stuff. I could put crazy thumbnails, catchy, attractive titles with clickbait shit all over it. I could do every possible thing. Like the best gameplay video you've ever seen on YouTube, and it won't get any popularity. And that has nothing to do with me as a content creator, and it has nothing to do with you guys. It has to do with the fact that YouTube itself, as a business, has made it impossible for people to get noticed anymore. It's just impossible. Unless you are already at the top, the algorithms and the things they've put into place on their website have made it absolutely impossible. Because there is a large group of people out there who like fighting game content. And what I did was a unique event. There was rage, there was a challenge, it was fun, it was educational, right? I had a ton of fun doing it. This is the kind of thing that if I had done it, 5 years ago, would have been insanely popular. People would have watched it and said, oh my God, this is comedy gold. This is what we wanted from Phil, And people, by the way, people on the stream actually pretty much enjoyed it. There were a few dead times when I was, coasting through games that weren't so hard. But for the most part, people really liked that event. All right. But, yeah, it is frustrating to me when I work my butt off. I do this special event, put a lot of time and effort into promoting it, into actually doing it. I mean, I'm impressed myself being able to go through and play every single game in the collection and beat it on the hardest difficulty, including Alpha 3, where you only get one chance. Okay, I couldn't even continue. And doing it. And, that's an accomplishment. It's something that I can say, wow, this is something that I did. So notch on my belt, something fun that I did, but it was also very challenging, right? And no one cares, It's just like, it's because it's on YouTube, no one cares anymore. It's frustrating. Like I said, there was a time when I put no effort into the shit I did. I just played any fucking game, whatever, dicked around with it, put no effort into it, and it got virally popular. Now, I bust my ass, right? And no one on YouTube seems to care. That's really what it is. It's not, oh no, I'm so resentful that I'm focusing on Twitch content. No. Like I said, the times that I have with you guys here on stream far outweigh, in my opinion, the experiences that I was having on YouTube. Because whenever I was on YouTube solely, it was like a disconnect. I had no interactivity. I didn't get to see you guys live react to stuff. And it really did feel like a disconnect. Like I was by myself playing a game. There was no one watching me play. I was just fucking dicking around with the game, right? And then later on, when I uploaded the videos, I would read the comments. I would go to my forums and read your posts. I would go to Twitter. But now, because I get the live interactivity, all right? The live interactivity is so different. And we're to the point where I just love doing this more. I do. I love doing what I do on Twitch way more. So even though, yeah, is it frustrating to me? Okay, is it frustrating to me that sadly, when I do something like a special event or I put a lot of effort and I put it on YouTube, no one watches or cares? Yeah, it's very frustrating. Admittedly, it pisses me off because there's no reason. It's not that there's no quality there. It's that YouTubers just don't watch shit anymore because of what YouTube did to their own business. They ruined it. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. But I guess that's life, right? I guess that's life. Things change and move on over time. At one point, YouTube was a place where you could put out quality content and people cared. Not anymore. And I just kind of shrug and say, whatever, then I'll just do what I love on Twitch. And, again, once I can make Twitch my primary source of income, I won't have to care about YouTube anymore. That's the ideal here. And we're on that road. We're on that route. So I feel like I'm beating a dead horse because every question leads to the same answer. But what can I say? Okay. Shout out to Baby Jimbob, who cheered and said, I'm just extending the pre-stream. Don't mind me. There you go. And by the way, I am I'm taking out the trash right now. I noticed there's a bunch of people who've been in here only to be negative recently, and all they're doing is complaining about the length of the pre-stream. those who actually like me and enjoy my content, enjoy the pre-streams, and those who are just want to sit here and find a reason to complain are going to sit here and complain, well, you can leave then. So I already took out a few people here. You know, so let's keep it up. Why not? That's right. Straight cash homie, just like throwing a Hadouken. Throw a Hadouken at the complainers, and they get knocked the hell out the door. No, see, John Cook, there's a difference. You can criticize the pre-stream, but if you just sit here and constantly everything that you're saying in the stream chat is 100% a complaint, the same thing over and over, that's when you're a negative element that doesn't need to be on the stream. There's a big difference. Oh, valid criticism. Man, this pre-stream went pretty long today. Okay, that's a valid criticism. Not, oh, he's still talking. He's talking to himself. He loves to hear himself talk. He's just talking. Look, he's still going. How long has this been going? What the flip, man? Like, grow up or get out. Yeesh. There's a big difference. So, alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have now completed the pre-stream. I want to say thank you to everyone who contributed. Actually, you know what I do want to do? I want to check the sub count. I get the feeling subs are still going down. Because if I remember correctly, we were at around 375. Oh, we're at the same number, 410. Okay. We were around 375 subs, actually in late May. And then we had a big jump in subs over June because of the games I was playing, because of E3, because DSPGaming got taken down. There was a lot of people who subbed for various reasons in the month of June. Okay, so yeah, I knew the subs were going to go down. Hopefully they will eventually go up, but with no new releases coming out, there's really not much of a chance. At this point, I mean, being real, I don't see any way to bring in new viewers without having new games. That's what entices people to come by and say, wow, I actually like this guy playing the new game. I want to see him play an old game, right? Alright, shout out to Big Balls Small PP. What a name. He says, I, for one, love your pre-streams, dude. They're 10 out of 10 content. Well, there you go. Thank you for the cheer. And Emperor Swaggins cheered. Alright, and he says, I like the pre-streams because I like to be in the know about what you're doing. It's fun to hear what people cheer. Also, the in-depth answers you give, most people just read the cheer and move on. Yeah, because I actually respond to my viewers. I don't just ignore them. And it's funny because somebody like Master Saru just said, you need to get these back to 40 minutes. You were doing good, but now they're longer again. Here's what you guys need to do. Here's what I definitely like you guys to do. All right, tomorrow I'm going to do a pre-stream, okay? Get your stopwatches out. And what I'd like you to do is time the pre-stream. Time the amount of time that I actually talk with the schedule and the plugs, then time the amount of time that I'm interacting with you guys. Alright? And what you're going to find is that the vast majority of the pre-stream is me interacting with you guys. Okay? It's not that I'm sitting here talking to myself. I'm talking to you guys and answering your questions. That's what Twitch streaming is all about. Alright? The only difference is, unlike a lot of other streamers, I'm not playing a game poorly, ignoring the fucking game while I do it. I want to get all this out of the way so that when we get into the game, yes, I will still do shout-outs, but at least this pre-stream stuff is out of the way so that we can focus on the game. Keep in mind, a lot of people who do Twitch streams are not also recording for YouTube, okay? It's just gaming as an archive, and they post it up on their Twitch channel or whatever. It's different. It's 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, people still haven't figured out that I'm different from other people, that what I do is different. They still haven't figured this out. They still can't figure it out. Unbelievable. Alright, so anyway. Shout out to Straight Cash Homie, who did a 53-bit cheer. And he says, DSP, real fan here. I love your streams. They're the best. You never skip shout-outs to all the people that cheer. Thank you, sir. There you go. Baby Jim Bob just cheered and says, would it be fair to say you hate redoing stuff in games? I watched your Resident Evil 3 playthrough. You saved a lot. Ended up running out of ink ribbons for a while. You ended up dying and getting really mad you had to redo over an hour of stuff. Yeah. Because here's the thing. When I'm playing a video game and I beat a difficult challenge, okay, I feel like I beat the difficult challenge. And when a game fails, in the modern era in particular, to put in a proper checkpoint or save point to the fact where I already beat this tough thing, but now you're going to force me because there was another thing after it that was also difficult, or a beginner's trap where maybe there was a instant death or something you didn't know about, and you had to get to that point first to know about it so you can go back to it and then survive. To make me replay a stretch of a game I've already conquered is a waste of my time. And I'm someone who believes I have a limited time to live on planet Earth, and for me to have to go back and waste my time replaying the same part of a game that's tough over and over and over and over really frustrates me, because guess what? Yes, a video game is supposed to have an element of challenge, but at the end of the day, a video game is supposed to be about relaxation and fun. It's a game. That's the point of games. Relaxation and fun. And if you're not feeling relaxed and having fun overall when you're playing a game, something's wrong. And I think that's the problem with a lot of these games that don't have modernized checkpoints or save points, is that you miss the point. It's great to have a big challenge in your game, as long as when that challenge is completed, you don't have to fucking do it again and again and again. And back in the day, all right, when games were made on cartridges, this was an excuse. They actually would purposely do this. They would not put a checkpoint in. They would not put saves in to make you redo it, so they could artificially extend the length of their games because they had limited storage space on the cartridge. So, okay, we really only have 3 hours of content in this game, but because there's tough strings and there's no save points or checkpoints, it could take you 10 hours to beat it because you have to keep replaying shit, right? That's why they did it back in the day. In the modern era, to not have the opportunity to save your game or have a checkpoint after a difficult part is just bad game design. We've evolved past the point where we have to redo the shit over and over and fucking over, to the point where you're just wasting time. That's what it is. A lot of times I just feel like I'm wasting my time. I want to see more of the game, or I want to do something else. I don't want to do the same fucking segment again and again and fucking again because the game was poorly made. So there you go. Big balls, small PP. Cheered and said, to be honest with you, Phil, watching you fail and rage can be entertaining, but struggling nonstop isn't my cup of tea. I agree. You want to see me rage a few times at something difficult. You don't want to see me rage at something for 4 hours straight and I can't get past it. That's not fun. And people get bored. And I agree. I get bored too, you know. All right, everyone. So thank you for your support. Thank you for your cheers and your subs. Oh, hold on. Actually, I just got a $1 tip because I was literally just going to say I did not receive any tips yet today. And I just got a $1 tip from Anon, so an anonymous person, tipped me $1 and said, are you interested in Octopath Traveler out this week? Yes, in fact. I said this on pre-streams already, but I'll repeat it since you asked. Hold on, let me get you on the leaderboard. I am playing Octopath Traveler, but I'm currently in the middle of finishing up Persona 5, a playthrough that was on hiatus for a freaking year. So I cannot, there's absolutely no way I could play 2 JRPGs at once. It would not work. Enough people already are turned off to JRPGs in my viewing audience, even though I love them. That's kind of one of my biggest regrets, is that I love JRPGs, but somehow I haven't managed to snag the general JRPG audience, because not a lot of people come around to watch me play these games, and I love them so much, okay? But yeah, like, there's no way I could play 2 JRPGs at once. It just wouldn't work. So once I finish up Persona 5, however long that takes, then I'll be playing Octopath Traveler over the summer, which probably means mid to late July, I'm thinking. Will the playthrough will begin. But yes, I am playing it, okay? Okay. And shout out to Baby Jim Bob, who cheered and said, I'm cheering again to make Corndog mad and to extend the pre-stream a few seconds more. There you go. Ow. I just cracked my neck. Ow. All right. So thank you guys again for a supportive pre-stream. Thanks for your cheers, subs, and tips. Again, the best way to support me today is tipping. So if you absolutely have the choice of how you'd like to support me today, please tip me. The tips I really appreciate right now. And thank you for that, okay? All right. That's it, everyone. Oh, wait. Straight Cash Homie just cheered 44 bits. He said, hey, Phil, would you ever play GoldenEye for the Nintendo 64? I did play the remake of it. There was a remake of that, right? At least the multiplayer was included in a 007 game years and years ago. And I played the remake multiplayer. But would I ever go back and actually play the original GoldenEye? I don't know. If people wanted to see it, maybe. But I think I played it. So. Oh, Cody Carl says I missed a cheer. Well, I'm sorry, Cody Carls. He cheered. He said, how does Jak 3 compare to Jak 1 and 2? Seems easier. Like, Jak 1 and 2 seemed like they had a big difficulty curve that you needed to learn. You know what I mean? Jak 3 seems like it's a way easier game and a way more casualized game, which is fine. Because like I said, after playing Simpsons last week, I really don't want a difficult game this week. So I'm okay with that. Okay? All right. That is it for the pre-stream, everyone. Thank you very much for being supportive. Thanks to everyone who cheered, subbed, and tipped. And we're going to get started now with Jack 3 on the stream. Sound good? Sound good? All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And let's go ahead and get started. Sound good? All right. Let's do this. Very nice.